Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off this presentation today. My name is Krishiv.P, and I'll be guiding you through this exploration. Today, we'll be discussing the fascinating topics of connection and attachment. You'll see a short video I've put together that dives into these nuanced aspects of human relationships. Over the course of this presentation, we'll look at how these elements influence us and shape our interactions. So, let's get started and explore these intriguing ideas together. Today, I want to introduce you to Christine and give you a glimpse into her daily life. She navigates her routine with a quiet resilience, often marked by endurance and silence. It's in these small, unnoticed moments that she finds a certain beauty, those fleeting instances amid the hustle and bustle of city life. Her world feels both familiar and a little unfulfilled, as if something is missing beneath the surface. This chapter explores her settled yet quietly restless life, highlighting the subtle tension between comfort and longing. As we move forward, keep in mind how her story reflects a common experience, finding meaning in everyday routines while searching for something more. Let's take a moment to explore what I like to call the inner world. This is all about those moments inside us that often go unnoticed but are incredibly powerful. Christine beautifully captures this with her words. Endurance, silence, unnoticed moments. Endurance is about that quiet strength we hold within, especially during tough times when we persevere without much fanfare. It's the inner resilience that keeps us going when no one is watching. Silence, on the other hand, represents those moments of reflection, of listening to our own thoughts and feelings without distraction. It's in these silent spaces that we often find clarity and understanding. And then there are those unnoticed moments, the small, everyday experiences that might seem insignificant but actually shape our inner lives. These moments, though often overlooked, contribute to our growth and self-awareness. Connecting all of this to our overall theme, understanding and appreciating our inner world helps us build a stronger foundation for resilience, authenticity, and connection with others. It's about recognizing that within ourselves, there's a quiet strength that often goes unnoticed, but is truly essential. Vayaan's existence near Christine felt like a gentle overlap of worlds. It was unintrusive, yet profoundly meaningful. You might not have noticed it right away, but there was a quiet, almost imperceptible connection forming. It's like a soft thread weaving itself into the fabric of their lives, gradually becoming more noticeable. This subtle presence marked the beginning of an unspoken connection, something that didn't need words to be understood. Meeting Vayaan was more than just a chance encounter. It was the start of a bond that would slowly reveal itself over time. It's a beautiful reminder that sometimes the most meaningful relationships start quietly, through small, unnoticed moments that grow into something significant. So, what Christine is really highlighting here is the idea that sometimes people don't need to be active in our lives in obvious ways. Instead, their mere presence, their existence nearby, can have a profound impact. It's not about grand gestures or constant interaction. It's about the subtle influence of simply being there. This connects to our overall theme by showing how quiet, understated connections can shape us just as powerfully as more obvious interactions. It's a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful presence is the one that's felt without demanding attention. Now, on this slide, we're seeing how their tentative conversations actually reveal deeper layers of mutual recognition. It's fascinating because, at first, it might seem like just small talk or superficial exchanges, but really, there's a lot more happening beneath the surface. The silence between them isn't empty, it's meaningful. It allows both parties to reflect and explore each other's worlds without the fear of interruption or disruption. This quiet space creates a kind of trust, where they can gradually open up and connect on a deeper level. As these moments of silence and dialogue unfold, we see a gradual process of building understanding and connection. It's almost like watching a delicate dance, each step revealing more about the other. This idea ties perfectly into our overall theme of how genuine human connection develops. It's not always about loud, dramatic interactions. Sometimes, it's in those quiet, tentative moments that real understanding takes root and blossoms. This chapter really highlights that slow, unfolding journey toward mutual recognition. So on this slide, we're focusing on the idea of a quiet connection, which is really about those subtle, meaningful interactions that often go unnoticed. Here, we see Christine and Vayaan sharing a simple exchange. "You're here often." "And so are you." It might seem small, but these kinds of moments are powerful because they highlight a sense of familiarity and comfort. It's about recognizing someone regularly and feeling a shared presence without needing grand gestures or words. This quiet connection is a perfect example of how consistent, small interactions can build trust and a sense of belonging over time. It's these subtle bonds that often lay the foundation for deeper relationships, whether personally or professionally. And in the context of our overall theme, it reminds us that connection doesn't always have to be loud or overt. Sometimes, the most meaningful bonds are formed in those quiet, everyday moments. It's a gentle reminder to appreciate the small things that contribute to a larger sense of community and understanding. Their steady companionship fosters a sense of safety, even when they are feeling vulnerable. It's really about how consistent presence and support create a feeling of security that allows them to be open. Each shared moment, no matter how small, gradually builds a deeper connection. These moments encourage them to face their fears together, transforming uncertainty into a shared experience of trust. This highlights how presence isn't just about being there physically, but about truly connecting in a way that strengthens bonds. Ultimately, this slide shows us that through consistent support, people can develop attachments that help them navigate fear and uncertainty more confidently. It's a powerful reminder of how important our presence is in shaping resilient relationships. This feels close, too close. You know, when Christine and Vayaan said this, they were really highlighting a common experience. Sometimes, we work so hard on a project or a goal that we find ourselves just a little too immersed, a little too involved. And that can make us lose perspective. It's that feeling of being right on the edge, where things seem almost overwhelming. But what's important here is understanding that this closeness isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a signal, a sign that we need to pause, step back, and evaluate. Because, ultimately, maintaining awareness of how close we are to crossing lines or overextending is essential. It ties back to our overall theme of balance, managing intensity without losing sight of the bigger picture. So, recognizing when things feel too close can help us stay grounded and make better decisions moving forward. Today, I want to explore the theme of fear and growth, navigating emotional depths. This slide highlights how experiencing fear is a natural part of our growth process. When we face challenges that push us outside our comfort zones, it's common to feel fear. But rather than avoiding these feelings, we can learn to navigate through them, using fear as a signal that we're on the path to development. Understanding and embracing these emotional depths can lead to profound personal transformation. It's important to realize that growth often requires us to confront uncomfortable truths and emotions. By doing so, we build resilience and a deeper self-awareness. And this process aligns with the overall theme of our presentation, that embracing our emotional experiences is key to authentic growth. So the next time you feel fear, remember, it's a sign you're stretching beyond your current limits and onto something greater. You know, sometimes I find myself thinking, I don't know how to trust happiness. And honestly, I think Christine's words really hit home for a lot of us. It's like, we want to feel happy, but there's this underlying fear or doubt that maybe it's too good to be true, or that it won't last. This idea connects to the overall theme of our presentation, understanding our relationship with happiness, and how past experiences or fears can make us hesitant to fully embrace it. Trusting happiness isn't always straightforward. It's about accepting that happiness can be genuine and lasting, even when it feels unfamiliar or uncomfortable at first. And that's okay. Recognizing these feelings is the first step toward learning to trust ourselves and the possibility of joy. As relationships deepen, apologies tend to become more sincere and heartfelt. When we acknowledge our mistakes honestly, it not only fosters personal growth, but also strengthens the bonds we share. It encourages open dialogue about feelings and expectations, which is essential for a healthy partnership. Moving on to reassurance without control. This is a cornerstone of healthy love. Instead of trying to dominate or micromanage, supportive reassurance builds trust. When partners affirm each other's choices and respect individual independence, it creates a sense of freedom and mutual respect that is vital for a thriving relationship. And then there's space without abandonment. Love flourishes when we allow each other personal space, giving room for independence while still maintaining a strong connection. This balance helps both partners feel secure and valued, knowing that their individuality is respected. All these points tie back to the core of the work of love, nurturing trust, respect, and understanding. When we focus on these principles, we build relationships that are resilient, supportive, and deeply fulfilling. In the soft glow of the dimly lit room, Christine felt a deep sense of peace and safety washing over her. It was in those quiet moments that she truly appreciated the comfort that comes from simply being present with someone she trusts. As she turned, she found Vayaan beside her, offering a reassuring presence that made everything feel calmer and more secure. This scene highlights how finding safety and intimacy doesn't always require words or grand gestures. Sometimes, it's in these gentle, quiet moments together that we feel most connected. Nighttime comfort like this can be incredibly powerful, reminding us of the importance of closeness and trust, especially when the world outside feels uncertain. It's these small but meaningful experiences that reinforce the overall theme: how genuine connection and reassurance can bring peace in even the simplest moments. I used to think love was supposed to change everything. I believed that when you found that special person, all your problems would fade away, and life would somehow become simpler. But over time, I've realized that's not always the case. Love is powerful, but it doesn't automatically fix every issue or solve every challenge we face. Instead, it can give us strength and motivation to grow and improve ourselves. This idea ties into the overall theme of our presentation, understanding that love is a journey, not a magic fix. It's about the effort, patience, and commitment we put into it, recognizing that real change often comes from within ourselves.